There we go. So, all right, everybody. So tonight you're going to learn how to be prepared for anything, okay? Meaning like you just have a random meetup with somebody and they're just like, well, tell me more about these essential oils. I see that you're using them. I see you like using them at the yoga class and I want to learn more. What are you using and how's it working for you? So if somebody really wants to meet up, you need to have this stuff ready, right? And what if they just want a sample or maybe they want an experience? So that's what you're going to learn today is how to always be ready. And it really doesn't take a lot. So we're going to cover that today. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Jennifer Gilman, and I am a Platinum Wellness Advocate with doTERRA and one of your team leaders. So I am actually coming from Colorado right now. I'm in Colorado building my business, expanding it, growing it, and I'll be here for a month. So I'm a couple hours early. It's actually daylight outside. Hey, Andrea. And I'm going to be going hiking right after this because I'm on mountain time. So I'm super excited that I'm able to do this a little bit earlier. And for you, you guys on the East Coast, I know it's a little later in the day, and but let's get started, okay? So I want to start with talking about the oil of community, which is cedarwood, because I always oil up. I put that on right before getting on this with all of you. And I think it's really appropriate because if you're trying to draw people into you and want to sit down, hey, if you want them to sit down with you and you're prepared, you want to be a human diffuser for them to want to be part of your essential oil community. And the best way to do that is to put your cedarwood on, okay? So I did that before I got on the call. You can't really smell me, but if you got cedarwood, put it on. It's also the product of the month this month. So you can get it for free. If you order 125 point value by the 15th, so you've got like 6 days left, order it by the 15th and you'll get cedarwood too. And it's really great to just kind of put on the back of your neck, put on the inside of the wrists, and then you're kind of like, you know, subconsciously inviting them into your community. They just can't resist. Okay, let's get to exactly what you need. So in my car, I always have this folder. See, this is just a basic like $1 folder from the Dollar Tree. I just have this in the seat pocket in the back of the driver's seat. I have it there at all times. It's always there. And it's stocked with exactly what I need. And then I have oils in my purse. So, hey, Sarah. So, and as you all know, some of you are popping on right now, we're on Facebook Live on the Share and Build group, and I'm also on Zoom. So some of you like to use Zoom, and you come in that way. So again, I've got this in my car, in the back seat, in the seat pocket. What is in this folder? It's just 2 pockets. You can get this kind of folder, especially with school coming up in the next couple of months preparing. You'll get it for $1, maybe 50 cents. So on the left-hand side, I have 3 natural solution class forms, okay? If you're not familiar with these, go ahead and order a class in the box. It's only $25, and you could just put that on your order, right through your, your monthly order in doTERRA, class in the box. It comes with 10 of these. It comes with 10 living magazines. It comes with 10 wild orange, 10 5 ml wild orange bottles. It's a deal. It's a bargain. And these little booklets is all you really need, 1 per person when you sit down with somebody. So if they really want to learn about the oils, you're going to take one of these out. And I always just have 3 with me at all times, okay? And this, this skill up is not about how to go through this and actually sit down with them. But if you're not familiar with this paperwork, you can just read it and it prompts you. It has a bottle of oil in each spot where you're supposed to like, okay, now it's time for me to open that bottle of oil and have them smell it or experience it. And you just kind of go through the pages. It's really quite easy. And then your purchasing options, if they wanted to sign up a la carte and pay the $35 and get exactly what they want, that's there. And then there are 2 sign-up options. They can either be a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate and earn income. So all of that's in there. So just put like 3, have those with you at all times. And that is on the left-hand side of the pocket folder. On the right-hand side, I have a couple of things. So I have a product guide, and I just have 1 because I rarely use this. As a matter of fact, I keep it in my folder unless they start asking questions about other things, okay? Because I don't want them to be overwhelmed. I don't want to open this up and they're like, I don't know what to order. There's so much, right? I would be that way if I was just starting and I'm like, where do I even start? And a confused mind does nothing. So I only have this as backup if I need it. So I keep that in the folder, all right? The other thing I have is I actually normally have 3, but just earlier today I gave one of these out. And these are also, these are material that doTERRA provides you, and they're really affordable. So put it on your order. It's called Healthy Can Be Simple, little booklets here. Because what if they're not quite ready to actually sit down with you and learn about, 5, 6, 7, or even 10 of the oils? What if they're not ready for that? What if instead you gave them an experience and they had a headache and you gave them some peppermint, and then you wanted to be able to give a sample for them to take home with them? And then you're going to follow up in a couple of days to see how you're feeling. Well, this might be something nice to be able to give to them as well. It shows that you're professional. It reminds them that, yes, you sell these oils and they can purchase from you. You do not want to lose a customer because you didn't tell them that you're their oil girl, or you're their oil guy. You want to make sure that you're telling them that. But this is a great, subconscious way to do it, is just be able to give them an experience with the oil that you have, and then give them this, okay? What's in this? We're not going to go through it, in detail. This is, again, all about preparing to make sure you have stuff at the ready. What's in here, I love the way they did this booklet, because it's like a little mini class, it shows how they can use them aromatically, topically, and internally. It talks about certified pure therapeutic grade and the quality, the doTERRA difference. And then it starts actually going from page to page with a great picture, a bottle of oil, and then simply, like it says, enjoy simple digestive support. And then it has a bottle of Digestin. On the next page, healthy weight, slim and sassy. Exercise and, for pain, deep blue. And it kind of goes and starts to give them ideas for things that are very commonly a problem and a difficulty for people. So I really like that. Sleep, so this is a really good booklet. At the back of it, I have my business card attached to it, but you can just write your contact information there. Make sure if you're going to give something to somebody, you have your contact information on there. You don't have to have a business card at all, because really you want to get their contact information. But some people print up just like their Avery labels. I think it's label number 5160. I'm pretty sure that's the label. Those are white labels, and you can actually print out your information. So what would you want on that to stick on here? You want your name, you want your phone number so they can call or text you, and you want your doTERRA website. And then the last thing is your ID, because what if they don't type in the website correctly and they're signing up, and then all of a sudden they get to the section that says, who is your, wellness advocate, and they're like, I don't know, and they sign up. Well, then they are not signed up under you. So give them all the information, but you can fit all that on that little sticker. And I think there's 30 stickers a sheet. So it's worth it to have those, just print up those little stickers, and every piece of literature or material you give out, make sure that sticker's on there, so that in case they just randomly are flipping through one night and they're like, you know what, I think I'm going to sign up, for this. Did that girl, I don't remember who she was, but her information's here. All right. So again, I've got 3 of these. So let's review what paperwork I have, because this is actually all I have for paperwork. I really just keep it in this pocket folder. It's, again, really affordable. And I have 3 natural solution classes on the left side, 1 product guide on the right side. And normally I have 3 of those Healthy Can Be Simple, but like I said, I gave one out today with a sample. So that's it for paperwork. It's in my cart all times, always. I do not have it in there. Now, you have to have some oils with you, right? But you can't carry like your case of oils with you everywhere you go. So what's the solution there? Your little keychain. Mine, like you can barely see, I've had this for 4.5 years now. So it's starting to like wear off a little bit here. But you've got your keychain. If you don't have one of these, put it on your next order. It's only $6.50. You can get purple or black. And this gives you space for 8 little bottles, all right? what I recommend is at least have 6 or 7 oils from the Family Essentials kit or the Home Essentials kit, okay? Because really, you are doing your customers a favor by selling to the kits. They're the best value. It waives the $35 fee, and they have enough oils to actually really impact their lives, okay, to really get started. If they just buy 1 or 2, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. But if they're asking for your guidance and you're leading them in a direction, definitely offer a kit, because that's the best way to go, all right? But in here, you can put, you have 8 bottles to fill up. And for me, I chose to put 7 of those oils in. The 8th oil is actually balance. And for me, I find that many people need some balance in their life. They need to be grounded. They really enjoy this oil. They really resonate with it, and especially when I explain it to them of how, it's a lot of oils with trees, from the trees, and trees have big roots, and you just feel more stable and more grounded, especially in really high stress times. So I like to bring the balance, but then notice I have frankincense, lemon, melaleuca, peppermint, lavender, On Guard, and Digest-Zen, okay? One that I don't have in here is Breathe, and I could even put another one and tuck it up in here and close it. I easily could put 2 more oils in here and kind of tuck it right in here, and then it will still zip up. So if I wanted to do that, I can definitely do that. But you see how having that Natural Solutions class booklet and this, you can sit down and teach a class. You can do a one-on-one and anything, and you've got somebody who signs up, so that's all you actually really need. I always have this in my purse. I never leave them in the car. I live in Florida most of the year, and, actually I said I'm going to be eventually moving to Colorado part of the year. So there's a lot of sunshine in Colorado too. And so I have to make sure they're not in the car with the heat, right? So definitely have this with you in your backpack, in your bag, in your purse, whatever it is, always have this with you. Now there is one other thing I carry with me, okay? And that is samples. So I got this cute case recently, but earlier than that, I just had like an old makeup bag, and I had, a bunch of samples in there. Before that, I had them in a Ziploc bag. Who cares? People don't really care what you keep your samples in. And I have this fancy case, right? So got this from Aroma Tools. So Aroma Tools, I got this. Anyway, in here, I have at the ready 16 samples. Now, I'm never going to give a sample out of here unless I have a separate one for samples, because these are full with like 40 drops of oil. And when you give a sample, you only want to give 10 drops. Don't give any more than 10 drops, because then they don't have to come back and get any more. You're not giving them a reason to buy from you. So only give them enough to have an experience and be able to have that experience a few times. Hey, Michelle, but 10 drops of oil, that's it, all right? And no more than 2 samples. So in this case, for the samples, what I have is a little notebook, so that when I give them a sample and I say, now, if I give you a sample of what you just experienced, will you use it? I want to make sure they say yes. If they say no, I'm not going to give the oil away. Instead, I'll just say, do you know anyone else who might be interested in natural solutions? Maybe I'll get a referral out of it. But otherwise, if they say, most people say yes, and they're like, yep, I'll definitely use it. I said, okay, well, I'm going to follow up with you in 2 days, and I'm going to see how it's going, because I really can't wait to see how this works for you, right? So then I write down their name, and preferably I get their phone number. And then I ask them, do you want to be contacted by text or email to follow up, all right? I typically always get the phone number and just text them. That's the best way, because now I have their phone number too. And then make sure you do what you said you're going to do. 2 days is the magic number to follow up after you give a sample. If you wait a whole week, they don't even remember you, probably, so make sure 2 days after you sample. So I have my little notebook in here and pen. Notice I don't have any of my business cards in here, because I do not give my business cards out unless they ask for it. I want their contact information. If I give a business card, I probably never hear from them again. Okay, so have a little notebook. I got this at the Dollar Tree. All right, they had a pack of them for like, I think a pack of 3 or 4 for $1, and then a pen. All right, and what samples do I have in here? This one accommodates 16. It's like, ooh, I used to have all these in a Ziploc. So, so what do I have in here? I chose blends because early on I found that by giving single oils out, meaning like lavender or lemon or peppermint, is that if they really didn't understand the doTERRA difference and the purity and the quality, which at that point they probably don't, then they can just run down to their local, natural food store or go on Amazon, and you just gave them a great experience with peppermint, and guess where they're going to buy it? Hey, Leota. So I always carry samples of blends only now, all right, from being burned. Trust me, I tried singles and I lost a lot of business. So what do I keep? I keep in here, I've got Breathe, all right, because I love Breathe if somebody is not, able to breathe very well and they need to open up their passageways. So I've got 4 samples of Breathe, 10 drops each. Then I've got some DigestZen, because a lot of people, if they're having difficulties with their digestive system, I want to give them relief right away. So I have 4 samples of DigestZen in this case. Again, here's the case here. So you can see them all labeled. And on the other side, I've got Balance, 4 drams of Balance, 10 drops each, and 4 drams of On Guard. So now with those 16 samples that I have at the ready to just give out to anybody, I'm always going to make sure I'm not just giving it to them, but I'm actually giving them an experience first. And then I say, now I can give you this sample, but would you use it? And if they say yes, you're going to give that to them and then get their contact information so that you follow up in 2 days. All right. Now the other samples I have in here are the deep blue packets. All right. And I just kind of lay that in there. So this covers a lot, because deep blue is for musculoskeletal system, any kind of pain. You've got your Breathe for respiratory, On Guard for the immune system. Then we've got, let's see, what was that? Oh, Balance for just stress, right? And then DigestZen for digestion. So I really covered a lot of potential problems that people will have as I'm out and about sharing. And then what's great about this case is I could put that little notebook and the pen right there, and then I zip it up and I have it with me in my bag. And that's it, okay? So what I covered, just real quick, I have 1 minute left. I've got that folder with the natural solutions, 3 of those, 1 product guide, a couple of Healthy Can Be Simple, and then I've got my keychain and I've got my samples. So now I'm prepared for either giving people experiences and sampling, or for people who really, like, maybe you sampled a while ago and you see these people all the time, and all of a sudden, you're at the gym with them and they yell across the parking lot, "I'm ready." And they're like, "Ready for what?" Right? "I'm ready to sign up finally." Well, you don't want to have to schedule. You want to just be able to, get stuff out of your car or your bag and sit down right then and there and sign them up. Or maybe they're ready to really learn more and you can actually sit down and open up your oils and put them on you. So as your homework, you always have a homework assignment for this, is I would like you to prepare your samples, okay? A lot of us, there's been times that I hadn't had samples on me and I'm like kicking myself, because if I only had a sample, right? So your homework is just to get your samples ready. And I do encourage you to have blends. No more than 10 drops, and don't give anybody more than 2 samples. I usually just give 1. I concentrate on one thing, okay? Too much of anything and they're all confused. They don't know what to do. So, hey, Dawn. So that's your homework, is just get your samples ready and start talking to people and in hearing what they say. If they have a headache, are you open to trying something naturally? And they're like, "Well, what are you talking about?" "Well, I use essential oils and they really work well for me, and I have some with me. You want to try something out? Let's see what happens." And then it just goes from there. All right. So have a great rest of your evening. Like I said, I'm going hiking because I'm in Colorado, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.